Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Violet Hausthor, joined this week by Mark Ramone. And you just heard Alottle with A Different Kettle of Fish Never Boils. And before that, Editrix with Cowboy. And starting off that block, Living Color with Bye. Let's start with Alottle, out of Springfield, Massachusetts. That's that is quite experimental, and
An-
I kind of like it though.
Another chaotic song, yeah.
There's a lot going on there. There's a lot of interesting ideas at play here. Really reminds me of like late 60s and early 70s sort of really experimental outside of music type of stuff, which I really like.
They were out of Springfield, Mass. Started in around 2012 and haven't been around since at least 2020, from what I could tell. But
Mhm.
amazing stuff. This is off of Wisdom, Rocking Chairs, and Warm Milk in 2014, consisting of Eric Kuna, Jamie Miller, Piper Preston again, and
Hmm,
Scotty West.
that's cool, yeah. And then before that, we had Editrix out of East Hampton, Massachusetts with their track Cowboy. That was quite something as well. Really quite intense in the best way.
Yeah, this is just resonates with me. As soon as I heard it, it consists of Steve Cameron, Josh Daniel, Wendy Eisenberg. Steve plays bass, Josh plays drums, Wendy plays guitar and sings. And that's about all we have on this band.
They are really unique, and everything they release is just out of nowhere, really exciting, really wild. And I tend to really like it, especially with those high vocals, those very clear vocals over this dirty, nasty, like guitar and bass work down below. It just really fun contrast.
Well,
Living Color has a connection at all?
yeah, Doug Wimbish is from Hartford, and B. Rowan Aklef, born Paul Maddox, is from New Haven.
No kidding. I would have
Yeah.
never guessed that, honestly. And I mean, even outside their work on Living Color, they're both incredible musicians who've played with basically everybody as drummers and bassists. But I had no idea that they were connected to the area. And obviously, this track is really wild and really exciting off of their 1993 album, Stain, of course, by kind of a wild track and kind of a wild connection.
And, you know, if you think back in that in the 90s, it wasn't as
Yeah.
accepted to be bisexual. And I half jokingly think of this song as, helping some people to come out of the closet.
I could believe it, honestly. It's like kind of a bi anthem in the wildest way. I'm just impressed that, Living Color has a connection from around here. That's so cool. I mean, we all know Living Color. They're huge.
It's huge, and they're still playing. In 2022, they had entered the studio to begin recording on their seventh studio album.
Amazing. Good on them.
And we've got to look more into Doug Wimbish. And Doug Wimbish has been a session musician for artists such as Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger, Depeche Mode, James Brown, Annie Lennox. Man,
Oh my
that's
God.
impressive.
Yeah, that's quite the resume. And then of course, Paul Maddox has played with a bunch of different drummers, especially in the jazz scene, like keyboardist Travis Biggs, Nimrod the Grinder Lumpkin, the Ebony Set, The Last Days. Like he's a real talent. Dwight Andrews, he's played with a lot of jazz musicians as well, which is really cool to hear. It's how The Living Color got some of their unique sound, is that influence.
Yeah,
It's just wild connection. Would have never seen it coming.
I love it. Love this stuff. I love this whole playlist.
Mhm.
Well, thank you, Violet, for joining me today. And thank you for visiting with us. And we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. I'm Mark Ramone, joined this week with Violet Hausthor. The New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501(c)(3) nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music, and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances.
If you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook, a listable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we'd appreciate your making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor.
If you're a local Western New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. And until next week, please stay safe and keep on listening
to great original local music. And let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.